Alrighty, all welcome back to Z-Grill's Taste the Smoke. Of course, my name is Tommy, and I will be your host over here today. And on today's show is definitely going to be a good one, and I can tell you right now, it is going to be one of my favorites, as we are going to take a look at two steaks. And of course, I am talking about that iconic ribeye steak, that iconic filet mignon. And on today's show, we are going to put both of these steaks to test, as we are going to slow cook them on a reverse sear on my Z-Grill 705 2B. And then we will sear both those steaks off to that perfect medium rare to answer that good old age question, which one is going to be the king of steaks? Will it be that filet mignon or will it be that ribeye? So look, what I want to do here is let's turn our attention down to the board. I've got two steaks here sitting. We've got to get those salt brined up. We will let those rest in the house for about 3-4 hours or so. And then we will get back out here and fire up my Z-Grills and get this show started. So brining out a steak with salt, it is also known as dry brining. Basically what it is going to do is it's going to enhance the flavor, and it is going to tenderize the steak by drawing out the moisture. If you have never done a dry brine on steak, I would definitely recommend it. After you get that salt on it, you could put it in the fridge and you can go anywhere for a few hours, what I am doing today, all the way up to 48 hours. And I am telling you, it is going to add some flavor into the steak like you've never tasted. Alrighty guys, and here we are after a 4-hour rest in the fridge, and then I took it out in the kitchen for a half hour. You're going to want to start to bring this up to room temperature. And if you've never done a dry brine like this on steak, I would definitely suggest doing it, as this is going to pull all the moisture out of the steak, and it is definitely going to add that bump up that flavor a couple notches, that is for sure. And it is so easy to do. As we take a look at the steaks here, and the first up is going to be in our ribeye steak. This one's going to come in at about 1.25 inches. And certainly not to be outdone is going to be in our filet. I've got two twin fillets happening, which is certainly going to make this the ultimate steak challenge. So we've got this salt brine on it. There is no need to add any more salt. I am going to hit it, however, with some fresh cracked black pepper. I subscribe to the notion that on a steak like this, you don't need any of those fancy rubs. I like to hit it with some kosher salt, hit it with some fresh cracked black pepper. If you want to get a little bit of fancy, you can hit it with a little bit of granulated garlic. Of course, on this battle right here, it is just going to be the classic salt and fresh cracked black pepper. So look, we are going to allow these here to sit on the board to come up to room temperature a little bit more. And in the meantime, I am going to get back on over to my Z-Grills. We got to get that fired up. I am going to load it down with my favorite cherry pellets. After that comes up to temp, which is going to be the lowest setting, or the smoke setting, around 160 or so. After that time, I will bring you guys back. We will get these steaks on, and we are about to answer that good old age question. Which one is the king of steaks? Is it going to be the ribeye, or is it going to be the filet mignon? Alrighty, so look, that is all she wrote there. We are going to allow these steaks to low smoke for 45 minutes. I'm not going to go any longer than that. If these steaks were up into that 2-inch range, I would go about 1 hour and 15 or 1 hour and 20 minutes, somewhere in that range. We want to try to keep these steaks at that perfect medium rare. So after that 45 minutes, I'm going to bring you guys back. We will fire up the Z as high as she can go, sear these steaks off, and finish up the show. And as you could see on that smoke setting, or that 160 setting, it has been about 45 minutes of straight smoke. We will get that ribeye off. We will get it moved to the board. And of course, next up, we will make our way back and grab those twin fillets. Now, I have done fillets in a reverse sear like this, and I love the, especially when you pair it out with those cherry pellets, you get a nice cherry look and color on the fillets. I definitely dig that. Again, we will move those both over to the board, let them rest. For this next part here, I am going to remove the innards to the Z-grills very carefully because it is a little bit of warm. I want to get some direct flame onto these steaks. I want to try to get a little bit char. I will bump the pit up to 500 or just take it to the highest setting you got. I know once that grease starts hitting that fire pot, we are going to get some live flame action like that, and that there for me is going to be some flavor. I love live flame on any type of protein. We will allow these to sit for about 2 minutes or so. Then we will give them that quarter turn. We will wait about another minute or so, and it is time to flip the steaks over, and I am definitely digging that color. Yeah. So once we get these steaks flipped over, they were on the small size for me, so I will only leave them in for about another minute or so. We will then make our way and carefully remove them to the board. We will allow those to rest a little bit, but as we are getting there, again, just look at that cherry color on that fillet. Over to the board, that one will go. Then we will grab our other fillet, admire the work that we worked not so hard to get that over to the board. Last up is going to be in our ribeye. You know the deal here. She is going to go to the board. We will get these foiled up on the board and let them rest for about, you got to let them rest for about 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes or so. Get some foil on them. That is going to allow those juices to settle. So when you slice into these steaks, all that juice will be inside. Yeah. Alrighty, guys, and here we go. We've got about a 10-minute wait here, and as I get this uncovered and we go into that taste test, I just want to say back in the 70s and 80s, the king of the steaks definitely back then were the New York strip, and I would even go to say the prime rib somewhere right after that, followed by the filet. I don't even have too much memory of the ribeye steak, back in the 70s and 80s. The ribeye now, though, seems to be the preferred steak to backyard barbecuers or even restaurants. But we got to find out the truth right here today. Again, about a 10-15 minute wait. And I could tell you we are nice and juicy, as you could see. Oh, yeah. And I probably overshot it a little bit. First up is the filet. And that is probably about a medium, maybe a medium rare. Next, the ribeye. I tried to get the thickest steak that I could get. This was about the best I could do, so it is what it is. And we are probably definitely into the medium range here on this ribeye. That is okay. I am going to tell you a winner of the two. And I could tell you, as you could see on the board here, they are definitely juicy. First up is going to be that, I'm going to put the filet as the challenger. So the filet is definitely juicy, not as juicy as I thought it may be. And again, we are probably medium on that filet. Let's go in on this ribeye. Guys, so first off, before I call a winner, and yes, there is definitely one clear winner here, I can tell you a key to any time you are doing a steak is going to be in that dry brine. Just get some salt on it, put it in the fridge for 4 or 5 hours. You can even do it overnight. But it is real important the next day to bring that steak up to room temperature. And also, 1.5 to 2 inches is preferred for any time you are going to do a reverse sear. I had to get some smoke on this. So here is where we sit. And I can tell you again, the salt is key. The black pepper is definitely key. You want to go a little bit of granulated garlic, go ahead. As I definitely get I definitely pick up a nice hint of that cherry smoke, so that is definitely good with me. But as I said, there is definitely a clear winner here, and that clear winner is 100% going to be the ribeye steak. You know, it is more tender, it is out juiced, and the one shocking factor for me is the ribeye steak has a lot more beefier of a taste. If that makes any sense, it's clearly just a better steak. So look, that is going to end this show over here at Z Grills. Again, my name is Tommy. Do not forget to check this YouTube channel here for Z Grills. Also the Facebook, the Instagram, the website. You follow all them, and I can guarantee you Z Grills will have you smoking, have you grilling all year long. And also do not forget to get outside, fire up those Z Grills so you also could taste the smoke. Again, my name is Tommy. If there's anything you want to see, just leave it down in the description. Otherwise, it is going to be the ribeye steak. And until next time, we will see you soon.